Hello friends! Under the hood, engines are installed that are widely used in the Opel model range, in particular in Corsa and Astra. The gasoline range is represented by the following units: 1.2 liters, 70 and 86 horsepower, 1.4 liters, 100 horsepower, 1.4 turbo, 140 horsepower, and 1.6 liters with 115 horsepower. The asset of the model even includes a 1.3-liter diesel unit with a capacity of 75 and 95 horsepower, also used in small Opel models. The turbo diesel of the Multijet series was created by the Italian Fiat. Only the 1.6-liter version, F16D4, was available to customers. However, among the offers for sale, there are also models with a 100 horsepower, 1.4-liter unit. Diesel cars are not included in these lists. The F16D4 is quite reliable, but has characteristic flaws. First of all, it is a regularly flowing heat exchanger, usually after 100,000 kilometers. As a result, engine oil gets into the antifreeze or oil smudges are detected. Sometimes the thermostat adds worries, leaks occur, the heating element fails, or the damper turns sour. The thermostat has a complex and non-separable design. After 100 to 150,000 kilometers, an expansion tank may leak. The ignition module also does not differ in durability, 4 ignition coils combined into one unit. The module fails in most cases after 80 to 120,000 kilometers. After 60 to 90,000 kilometers, the right support of the power unit may sag. Vibration appears. The drive of the gas distribution mechanism is belt. Valves do not have clearance compensators. Valve clearance adjustment is carried out by selecting pushers and is provided for by the regulations every 150,000 kilometers. The petrol 1.6 was combined with a 5-speed manual or 6-speed automatic. Unfortunately, the F16 manual transmission is sometimes inconvenient. For example, the gear selection mechanism wears out. It is worth noting that as a rule, it does not work perfectly even from the first kilometers. In some cases, after 100 to 150,000 kilometers, it may be necessary to replace the bearings or gearbox synchronizers. However, much depends on the operating conditions and the regularity of maintenance. Mechanics strongly recommend changing the oil in the manual transmission every 50,000 kilometers. The clutch usually serves over 150 to 200,000 kilometers. Only occasionally can the release bearing leak prematurely. The GM 6T30 machine does not cause any serious problems so far. The main thing is to update the transmission fluid on time, every 60,000 kilometers. On running cars, fogging is often observed in the area of the seals of the axle shaft at the outlet of the gearbox. From a technical point of view, Aveo has a simple design that uses traditional B-segment solutions. McPherson struts are installed at the front and a torsion beam at the rear. However, a simple device did not fully ensure proper durability. If there is practically nothing to break at the back, then the ball bearings of the levers run out of their resource relatively quickly in front, after 60 to 100,000 kilometers. Fortunately, the design provides for the replacement of the ball, which is fastened with 3 bolts. It is possible to replace silent blocks. But if all these elements are worn out, then you should think about installing a new lever. Rear shock absorbers may become unusable after 60 to 90,000 kilometers. Front suspension struts usually go more than 70 to 120,000 kilometers. The rear springs sometimes have to be changed after 90 to 140,000 kilometers due to a breakdown of the extreme coil. The braking system uses disc brakes on the front axle and drum brakes on the rear. Drums, in principle, do not cause concern, unlike wheel bearings, as a rule after 100,000 kilometers. The rear bearings are assembled with the hub and the front ones are separate. At high mileage, there are failures of attachments: a generator, an air conditioning compressor, a starter, and a pump. A screech appears from under the hood. There are also problems with the quality of the paintwork. Lacquer is sensitive to scratches, and chrome surfaces lose their charm over time. The Chevrolet Aveo II was affected by one serious service action in which individual copies, in accordance with the specified VIN, required the replacement of the ignition switch. Reason: the possibility of spontaneous start or stop of the engine. There have even been a few fatal accidents in the US. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.